This next one, ooh, I cannot wait to break this one down. This is the one where I'm still scratching my head a bit. But I had a feeling we were going to really talk about this one. So, we have a new Jacquelyn.
Yes, we do.
We have a new Jacquelyn on the scene, and woo, did she make an impression? Jacquelyn George from Franklin, Tennessee. Before we go into what she's singing, Jacquelyn has a pedigree, right? She was like, my father's a singer, a jazz artist. My mother's an opera singer. My brother was in a boy band. I never heard of that band, but
I feel like I did.
okay.
I just couldn't place any of the songs.
There were some bands that came out in that late
yes.
90s, early 2000s range, so
Mhm.
they were like kind of like popping them out. No pun intended. But Jacquelyn, this is the go big or go home season, okay? So when did Jacquelyn audition with Stephanie? I'm not laughing because I'm just laughing because I'm just like the gall of these folks. Like, you gotta have some serious
guts
to sing some of these songs in your opening audition, Stephanie.
Yes. So she offered to us
Woo!
I Have Nothing by
Woo!
Whitney. Now, James, you already know what my face did when they said that.
You said, "Uh-oh." The gall, right?
I said, "Oh." And I was like, how am I going to be able to listen to this after the Aaliyah offering from last season? That was truly my first thought. Like, this is not, how is this going to compare?
Y'all, let me just tell you really quick story. When I was young, my mom did not know I could sing because I was going through puberty. I was doing all this screaming, and Mariah Carey had just come out, so I was imitating her. So I still had the high voice. Anyway, I get in the choir. I didn't join choir until like my sophomore year of high school. My teacher gives me a solo, and my mom still was like, and my mom turned to my brother and my sister. I think my father was on a business trip and said, surely this woman is a professional. Surely she would not give this boy a song to embarrass himself in front of this crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Now the rest is history. So that was my first thought. I went to my mother's thought, said, surely somebody said, you don't come on The Voice in audition with arguably the most difficult Whitney Houston song. Arguably. So here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So I got a little scared because I was not sure about that opening little run that she did. She did a little opening. I don't know if it was a riff or a run or whatever. I said, but good attempt. And then I wrote dot. I wrote, I don't know. Dot. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. This is actually a very exciting voice.
It is.
I said, I just don't know if I would have picked this song. I love her tone. I love her vibrato. I also love her attack, right? I said, I just don't know if this was the appropriate song for the audition, but it was a go big or go home situation.
Right.
I see why John and Adam turned.
Yeah.
Right? I also see why the others didn't.
Yes. Yeah.
That run at the end, she did this run at the end. I said, Jacquelyn, I'm bleeding out. I wrote that. I said, I'm bleeding out. I said, that was a stealthy assassin run that you did after that song. I said, well, wait a minute. Wait, did I just hear her do what I think she did? I said, wait. And then I wrote Stephanie, I said, wait until Jacquelyn sings other things on this show. I said, this is a scary voice.
Yes, it is.
Scary.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Scary. I said, wrong song, scary voice. I said, there you have it. I said, for me, she's at the top. I said, you can do so much with that voice. Did y'all hear it? It was a voice that you've never heard before. And maybe that's why I just was like, I can't. I'm trying to figure out what Jacquelyn's doing here. I see what she is attempting, but with such a unique sounding voice, I just don't know if the Whitney is the right voice, because you, in my opinion, you can't really have, and this is in my opinion, you can't really have a unique sounding tone that Jacquelyn has for a song like I Have Nothing.
Right.
That's a special voice which needs a little bit more cultivation. I said, y'all get ready. Get ready. I feel a hurricane is forming out in the ocean. Get ready. Get ready for this voice, y'all. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say. Stephanie?
When the song first begins, it goes, dun-dun, dun-dun. Michael Buble said, Whitney.
He said, Whitney.
He said, Whitney.
One of those songs you need to hear the first chord.
Yep.
Chords, and you're like, you know what it is.
You know it. So
any generation, you know what it is.
Yeah. So at the beginning, I thought she sounded a little bit nervous, kind of like you were saying. Yeah. And then as I continued to listen, I was like, wait, this is not, there's something about this that I really like.
Yeah.
She has a diction about her voice, about her vocal, the way that she pronounces her words. There is a special, unique quality to the tone of her voice. There is like you said, an attack and an ambition. As the audition went further and further, I saw her getting her footing.
She ain't come to play.
She didn't, and I was like, oh no. Oh yes. Like, oh no. Like,
right.
She about to not be afraid on this stage. Right. She about to let y'all have it. And
go back. Did you listen? I didn't go back and put
of course. I always listen with my headphones on.
There were some things with this woman's voice. I'm just like, she could be a star.
When she modulated up into the chorus, I was like,
it was nothing.
I was like,
she modulated quickly, right?
No, she did. Yeah, it was a slightly different arrangement to get to what needed to be sung in order to in order to display herself within the song in the best light. They gave what needed to be given as far as arrangement went. Not everything landed, but the things that did, I was like, this child can sing.
Right, I'm talking about.
Yes, I was like, this child can sing, and she's got an ear, and she's got some confidence up under her when she is not bound by the nervousness of the blinds in the next round. She gonna let us have it. And kudos to her for getting up there and singing "Ordinary People" with John Legend.
And that's when I was like, oh shit.
And that's when it all became clear.
She's gonna slay in these future rounds, y'all.
That's when it all became clear. Like, oh, okay. Sis ain't came to play with us. Sis ain't come to play. I don't think that she should have sang this Whitney. I don't think anybody should sing Whitney, especially for a blind audition. However, there are elements about that song that did display her voice well, and that did allow us to see the uniqueness and the power of her vocal. Dang.
Yeah. So, I mean, she sang "Ordinary People" with the author.
There we go. I think that it was really telling too who turned. Adam and John turned, and I consider them the two hardest people to please on the show. All around. I think
I Have Nothing.
Yeah, I think Buble is very specific to his genre, but I think all around, John and Adam are the
toughest to
please.
Yeah.
She did sing "Ordinary People." She did go with Team Legend.
Yeah, she sang the snot out of it too.
She sure did. She sure did.
Right, Jacquelyn, we can't wait to see what you got for us.
Absolutely.